Welcome back to Tales and Fails. I'm Gannon.
And I'm Brian. And today we have the Dungeons & Dragons Icons of the Realm Adventure in a Box, the Red Dragon Lair.
Yeah, they have quite a few different adventures in a box, so I'm ready to see this one. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Alright, so here it is. I guess the first thing, let's take a look at the mats first before we get into the miniatures here.
Hefty.
Yeah, they are extremely hefty and
Puzzle-like.
well, I like that these ones click together because the previous ones did not.
Yeah, I haven't interacted much with... Wow, this would be a great time to have a knife.
Yeah,
My nails are gone.
there you go. You can start messing with those ones.
I have not interacted much with the any previous ones.
They had the Mind Flayer Voyage, and they had the Were-Rat's Den.
Lord.
That's how most of them are previously. Okay, so
Just fit together like that.
yeah,
And then these ones are, however.
let's get you out of here. I'm gonna move this box now, just to take a look at.
Oh boy.
Wow,
I'm not gonna fit all this.
That's not it. That is. Wow. So yeah, this is
a lot.
Okay, so it does tell you where they go on the back. See, they do have a top middle on there. So it looks like it's just 9 different pieces here. Which,
That alone for the...
yeah, and I believe it's less than $100, which actually for miniatures, this, because I mean, just having something like this is a huge lava map, which is awesome.
Yeah.
A little cartoony for my liking, I think. I think they could have gone just a hair bit more realistic since it's, I mean, it's literally just drawn on there.
Section.
Yeah, I think that one looks a little bit better, just due to the fact that it's a actual room. This with the cliff edges looks extremely 2D compared to trying to make it elevate like that one does with the pillars. All right, then the last room here, I believe this is the mine room. The first portion of this, oh, there's the horde room, okay.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Putting puzzles together.
Yeah, we'll just try to slide that one to the edge over there, spin it, and just, yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a lot of boards as is.
You also probably wouldn't have it all out at the same time.
No.
You'd be going from one to the other to the other.
Yeah, and this would obviously be where you fight the dragon, I would assume. The horde, the beginning rooms, because there's kobolds, and I believe that is it. So yeah, there would be a kobold fight up in the previous rooms. And then you get to the dragon's lair, and then to that. So yeah, that's a pretty impressive amount of space, though. I mean, this is
For mappage.
has to be, I mean, it's about 90 feet across, or each one of these is about 50 feet, so it's about 150 feet across.
50 to 60.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then the next thing here we got, it does come with these cavern.
Stalactites, stalagmites.
Yeah.
Pillars.
Just to.
Which these are actually from, well, these might be a little upscaled, but these do look very similar to another.
The Elder Brain set.
Yeah.
And I believe they are the exact same ones, just repainted.
I think they're the same, but they might be slightly bigger. I don't know why I feel like they're slightly bigger, but either way, they are.
Yeah, that's awesome. Then we have the 3 dragon eggs in a little nest. If feel like they could have tried a little bit more on the nest, but I do like the eggs actually, surprisingly. The eggs are kind of cool. I feel like they'd be a little bit bigger, just due to the size of wormlings.
Yeah, but considering that if this, let's just say it's 2 scale, if the nest is that.
It is 5 feet wide.
Oh, yeah, no, yours was difficult. Buddy.
Yeah, I know. I keep grabbing the worst ones.
Okay. Gotta get that dragon out of there.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we have a treasure pile here that's just gold coins, a couple of different vases, and
yeah, I was trying to see what was all in here, and it's just a couple vases.
I think they could have gone with a couple of gems or something as well. Would have been cool.
Yeah.
Just to give it some more variety, because it's very gold, and a few tints of silver in there. Very one tone, or they could have put a nicer wash over it to try to give it a little bit more depth, or a dry brush or something. I mean, it's always nice to have treasure piles, because I don't even think I have very many in my collection currently. So it's always nice to have it, especially since it's a young dragon. It makes sense that its horde isn't massive yet. I think they went a little overboard with the fact that the horde on the sheet is extremely large.
So we're just gonna compare that right there.
Yeah, to the size of their miniature horde, but which it makes sense, but at the same time it'd be nice if they would have probably just made it the same size. They had plenty of extra room in that box, so I would have liked them just to make that a little bit larger, just for the aspect of cool. And then it does come with 5
Different kobolds.
different kobolds. I believe these are resculpts from previous sets.
I believe it, but a kobold with a club is so common that, I mean,
Having a few of them,
Yeah.
and it's still going to be a different paint job because it was painted at a different time. So having different versions of the same miniature can be helpful if you are running, an entire dungeon full of kobolds or something like that. So it's always worth having more. Overall, I think this set is pretty nice. The addition of...
we didn't even get to the dragon, and that's the best part, honestly.
And that's honestly why I bought the set, was for the dragon.
The sculpt on it is great.
Yes.
And it's very detailed, and I mean, show it in a close-up, but yeah, the scales, the wings, even the underbelly, it's got a lot going on.
Yeah, they do not have currently a lot of very nice young red dragon miniatures. This was one of the ones that was really missing from the sets. I think one of the only other dragons that doesn't is the time dragon, does not have a young currently. So yeah, I was very excited that when I saw the set, number one, it comes with a bunch of other miniatures that are helpful in any circumstance. And then you finally get a young red dragon, which is just a cool miniature overall. Very good wash on it. Very clean paint job, which is nice. It's not a lot of extra washovers or anything like that. So overall, I like it. Again, I think the mats, they could have gone a little bit more detailed with them. You can always add terrain to help with that at the same time. You can use the mats as your base and then build up maybe some foam rock terrain just as the edges to give it more depth to lift you up a little bit. And you can even make foam like land masses that are the same size as these very easily, and just drop them on the board with a little bit of paint. So I think I will probably end up using this. I usually do a lot of the Dorm Forge. Unfortunately, their lava is very expensive, so I can't buy a whole set of that right now. Hopefully, eventually we do get that to where we can even review those. That would be cool, but as of right now, this is a nice little set, just especially for a beginner. I believe, yeah, I did take the price tag off, but I believe it's less than $100, so for all of this, it's really not bad if you decide to run a young red dragon encounter. So,
but then of course you have all this in the future.
Yeah.
Then you get this entire thing, even if you don't use the majority of that, or you switch them around.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got all this. It's there.
Correct.
And now you've got some kobolds, and now you've got these terrain pieces, which you don't get in a lot of things.
Yep.
And those are just infinitely versatile, especially with caverns, caves, dungeons, what have you.
Yeah, and I am correct. So these actually all connect to each other.
Mm-hmm. Just loosely.
Loosely, yeah. So that
This is over there.
would actually connect to the lava over there. I'm not sure why the Horde would be back with the Kobolds, but I think that's the only thing that doesn't track for me. But maybe I just need to read it in Red Dragon lore more. So, again, very cool set. I think they could have done just a little bit better on the Horde, and it wouldn't have cost them very much to give maybe a couple more stalagmites and stalactites just to help add to the realism of the cavern. But overall, I mean, I would recommend it. This is cool. These maps, when they came out with them for the Were-Rat Den, I was excited about them. They're cool. They just could use a little bit more detail, in my opinion. So,
Yeah. But, either way, looking great.
Yeah, overall, I like the set again. If you did enjoy this, please like and subscribe. We always appreciate it. Hit that bell, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.